Hello and welcome back to the FSS Football channel and today's match preview for the Manchester United versus Burnley game at Turf Moor. Now, of course, this game is huge for Manchester United as if we win today, we can go top of the Barclays Premier League. 3 points ahead of Liverpool with the same amount of games played. That would be absolutely huge for Manchester United and would put us in great stead for the rest of the Premier League. Now, Burnley coming to this game sat in 16th in the Premier League and have scored the second least amount of goals this season out of any club. Now, like I said, Burnley are in 16th and we can go top. That tells you everything you really need to know about this game. Manchester United should be winning it and I think we will, but we'll get on to why. So, talking about team news, Cavani has served his suspension, so he is back today, as is Lindelof, who was injured for the Watford game, as is Luke Shaw. Pogba and Eric Bailly were both in training but couldn't complete a full session, so they will be hit and miss whether they will be ready for today. Now, of course, Manchester United come into this game off the back of what was a humiliating and disappointing defeat in yet another semi-final, this time again being the Carabao Cup to Manchester City, being knocked out by 2-0. Of course, we then did play Watford, which we did win, putting us through to the fourth round of the FA Cup, where we unfortunately did get Liverpool. That's going to be a difficult game, but if you're asking me, would I rather win the FA Cup game against Liverpool or the League game against Liverpool, I'm taking the League game every single day. But back to this game, this is the team I would start if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, well, at least if I was in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's position. So, of course, I'd bring David De Gea back in goal. He's our number one goalkeeper. He's our best goalkeeper at the club. Dean Henderson did well against Watford. Maybe you could argue he could have saved the first goal against Manchester City. I think it's been a bit harsh. But maybe you could question if he should have saved it or if David De Gea would have saved it. But I think I would go back to David De Gea. Back four, I would go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I go Axel Tuanzebe, Harry Maguire and Alex Telles. I think Telles especially needs to get high and forward. Wan-Bissaka the same. But we know he's not as confident going forward and not as technically gifted as Alex Telles going forward. But we need to see both getting forward, getting high, getting crosses into the strikers and creating chances. I think, of course, Maguire will never be dropped by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has already confirmed, as long as Maguire is fit, he'll be playing against Burnley. So Maguire slots in at centre-back. And if Bailly's not completely fit, I would bring Tuanzebe in. Whether Lindelof is fit or not, I wouldn't play Lindelof. I think the fact he was injured for the Watford game, he was injured for the game before Manchester City, who he played, escapes me. Was it Villa? Yeah, for Villa. Tells me he's not fully fit, really. He's playing for the pain barrier. So play Tuanzebe. He's a better match and better fit for this Burnley game than Lindelof. Tuanzebe's good in the air and he's quick. He's a better partnership to Maguire and he's good in the air, where Lindelof, we know, has traditionally struggled in the air. So that would be my back four. I would have a double pivot of Donny van der Beek and either Fred or Matic. I think Matic would help aerially in the midfield, whereas Fred is a bit more dynamic and can get around the pitch more quickly and freely. And I would go with Donny van der Beek next to him because I think Manchester United should try to keep hold of the ball. And Burnley aren't a team where you can you'll put loads of crosses in and you'll score from loads, because Burnley, that is their bread and butter, defending crosses and doing the basics right. So I think you need to be quite intricate when you're passing. You need to have good dribblers on the pitch, and that's why I've gone for Donny van der Beek. He's fantastic at finding space. He's a fantastic passer of the football. And I think he will bring something to this midfield that McTominay wouldn't. And Pogba, maybe you could put him in there. But I think maybe you don't play Pogba whether he's fit or not. I think obviously Pogba improves us in the air. And maybe would be a better partner for Fred. So if you go with Fred, maybe you go Pogba. And if you go Donny, you go Matic. I don't know. But I feel like Donny van der Beek is a must for this sort of game because of his passing attributes and because of how good he is at finding space. Then in the front line, I would go for Marcus Rashford on the left, Mason Greenwood outright, Anthony Martial up top and Bruno Fernandes at 10. The same front line that got us Champions League football last season, got us third place last season after lockdown. I think this front line is perfect for a game against Burnley. I think, like I said, in this game, it's not a game where you put loads of crosses in and a defender will make a mistake or will miss a cross. Burnley's bread and butter are defending crosses, defending all sorts of set pieces. So I don't think it's quite a game for Cavani to start in. So I think Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial, all fantastic dribblers of the ball and can run at defence, which I think is Burnley's main weakness. And I think, especially when you have players like Bruno Fernandes and Donny van de Beek assisting and trying to set up chances for this front line and this quick and very good finishers in this front line, we will score goals. And I think that's the best way to beat this Burnley side. It's imperative that we play on the front foot and we don't let Burnley come on and play us. Beat them at our game. Go there and batter them. And I think we can and we should be doing that. Like Man City would. Like Liverpool would. Like any top team would. Go there, play on the front foot and let's go beat them. So this is him I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will play. I think Victor Lindelof will of course come back into the side for Ole. I think the Manchester City game was living proof that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's centre-back partnership is Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. Whether he believes it works or not, that's what he's simply going to stick with. If that wasn't the case, Man City, Bailly would have played. Bailly was fantastic against Aston Villa. Deserved to play against Manchester City. He's literally won us the game at the end with that amazing block, Eric Bailly, and yet was dropped for the Manchester City game. If he plays against Man City, we probably don't concede the Stones goal. But, of course, he didn't play, and we did. And I think that, like I said, that's proof that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first choice centre-back partnership is Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, so we will see that. Like I said, Maguire's been already confirmed. If he's fit, he will play. I think, like I said, Luke Shaw may not be fully fit, so Tellez will probably start on the left, and I think he should in this game anyway. Wan-Bissaka will, of course, play on the right, as he always does. I think we'll see McFred in midfield, especially after Scott McTominay was given captaincy at Watford. I think there's no doubt in my mind McTominay will play. It's just whether will he play alongside a Donny van de Beek? Would he play beside a Fred, a Pogba, or a Matic? I've gone for Fred. I think we've seen this midfield partnership before this season, and we've seen it multiple times this season. So I don't see why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would change it. I think he likes this midfield partnership, so he'll stick with it. And then the front line, I think Bruno Fernandes will obviously keep his place at attacking midfielder. I think Martial will go out to the left wing, Marcus Rashford will play out on the right wing, and Edison Cavani will play up top. Now, again, he's back from his suspension. Do I like that front line? I think it's dangerous, but I don't think Cavani should be starting. I think I've said this before. I think Cavani will be better off from the bench. I don't think I can remember a good performance he's put in when he started. I think he offers something more off the bench. And you look at our bench options without him on the bench. It's Ighalo or Mason Greenwood. Both of them players are what we've got on the pitch already. Greenwood is just a Marcus Rashford or a Martial. Ighalo is just a crap Cavani. That's even if Ighalo's on the bench. Whereas if you start with Martial, you start with Rashford and you start with Greenwood, Cavani's something completely new, completely different, and changes the game if you bring him on. And I think he's better off the bench. But regardless of the starting lineup, I think we should win this game. We should play on the front foot. Like I said, Burnley are 16th. We can go top of the table. We can become the front runners in this title race. If we let that chance go, because we can't beat Burnley, what does that say about us and our chances of being a potential Champions League winning side, or at least a Premier League winning side, or a trophy winning side in general? I don't think this says a lot about us if we turn up an opportunity to become the front runners in a title race by not beating Burnley, who are sat in 16th place. And I don't want to keep going on about where they are on the table, but look, this ain't the Burnley that we were fantastic at what they did last year or 2 years ago. This ain't that same Burnley team at the moment. They're getting back to it, but while they're not exactly there yet, let's beat them. Let's go top of the table. 3 points clear of Liverpool. And then we go into the Liverpool game next week, knowing even if they win, they can only go level on points with us. That would be huge. And I think we will do that, because I think we will win this football game. I think we are going to win it 2-0. Anyway, thank you for watching this match preview for the Burnley versus Manchester United game. Please do be sure to hit the like button below. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. Comment down below your predictions for the game and how you think it will go. Please do tune in for the watch along. The details for that will be on my side. Stream should start about 7:45. and kickoff is at 8:15. Yeah, that's it from me. Hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.